LeBron and the Lakers, they have officially waved the white flag. Now, this clearly has been coming. We've been wondering for several weeks now what the Lakers were going to do as their season comes to what appears to be a crashing halt. Luke Walton telling ESPN yesterday they'll be monitoring LeBron's workload from here on out. Means we're about to see something many thought we'd never see. LeBron James on a minutes restriction, may not play in back-to-backs, either the front end or the back end. So, Zach, I mean, you sit back. No one covers all this stuff more closely than you, and I'm interested to hear your perspective. How do you put into words where we are right this minute for LeBron James in Los Angeles?
This is a disaster. The season is a total disaster. It's on everybody. It's on everyone from ownership to the coach to LeBron. It's just been a complete disaster. It's shocking. Now, part of it is the injury. You want to blame the injury. They were horrible when he was out, but they've been horrible since he came back. Maybe he's not 100%. Maybe he's not back to peak shape. I mean, he doesn't look like he is. But just this is a huge disappointment, and anyone who says otherwise is just sugarcoating it.
Yeah, look, I live in L.A., and when he signed, there was the LeBron loyalists, the Kobe loyalists that were, oh, we don't need LeBron, you know, we're better than this. We're going to put ourselves in the same position that we were late in Kobe's career with big contract and a player that's declining. Obviously, when you look at the court and you look at the numbers, LeBron's numbers are not declining. They've been outstanding. However, the makeup of this team never fit the skill set of LeBron James, and because of that, this 5-year drought is going to turn to six. And now you've got to try to woo somebody in the offseason to want to come play with you. And I just don't see who it is at this point in time.
So that is what I want to ask you. Do you think that we could be in a situation where we see this exact same Lakers team next season? Or do you think they are going to be able to woo somebody, to Sean's point, to get over there?
I don't know who they're going to woo, but they're not going to be the same team, whether it's
the coach. Right?
They will make moves just for the sake of making moves and removing some of the tension and the stink off of this season, for sure.
Like what? I mean, Luke Walton getting fired feels
fine,
like sort of a fait accompli. But all those young guys, if they can't get Anthony Davis, where are they trading to, and why would they do it?
Maybe not for anyone. Maybe, remember, they're going to have cap space, and the question then becomes the biggest question in the league that not enough people are talking about is who is going there? And if none of the big
Jimmy
guys,
Butler?
Maybe it is Jimmy Butler. Maybe it's a guy like Jimmy Butler, like whoever it is. A guy like Jimmy Butler or Chris Middleton, or just name a guy whose team sort of screws around, doesn't offer the max right away, and the Lakers say, okay, well, you're not a perfect fit. Maybe you don't love the idea of playing with LeBron. We got to get somebody in here because they're not rolling this back next year.
That's a terrible situation from which to be trying to build a team, though, right? Like, we need to do something for the sake of doing something. You never want to be in a position where we're doing something just because doing nothing is worse.
They are not in a proactive, they're in a reactive state now in Los Angeles. And so instead of saying, okay, we could have gone out and got Paul George, we didn't do that. So now we're reacting to that situation. We're reacting to Anthony Davis. And now when you come into this offseason, we're reacting to the dumpster fire that this past season has been in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I wanted to very quickly show you something else, too, and that is Rajon Rondo had a post on Instagram yesterday that sort of left me scratching my head. Essentially, he criticizes the media for paying attention to where he, Rondo, sat, not for the final 48 seconds, as he writes, but for more than the final 2 minutes of the game when he was taken out the other night on the same night that LeBron James passed to Michael Jordan, and basically suggests that all of us talk too much about what Rondo did and not enough about LeBron's accomplishment, when quite candidly, the reason we were doing that is because Rajon Rondo sat on the other side of 2 chains rather than with his team on the night that LeBron James passed to Michael Jordan. Did that strike you as ridiculous?
Well, first of all, I hate to break it to Rajon Rondo, but like, we're capable of talking about 2 things. And like, everyone talked about the Michael Jordan thing like a lot. It was all over ESPN.com. It's all over. Like, we didn't ignore that one. Second of all, just sit on the bench. Sit on the bench like a normal person, and none of this happens. It's weird. What, are you going to sit 5 rows up tomorrow? That'll be weird too. We'll talk about that.
He said he had just found out that he couldn't sit there, so now he won't be fined.
Really? You just found out that you should sit on the bench with your teammates?
Like, come on.
Yeah.
I've been watching basketball 45 years. You can't sit there.